Hello everyone, I'm finally live. How's it going, stream? What is up? Probably tweet out the stream real quick. All four of us are here. What's up, Soundwave? How's it going, Darian and Dalton and Tater? I just need to tweet out the stream real quick. Continue. Oh damn. Up at him. Xavier, my Tuesday's going good. That one nerd. How about you, main? We got Burger Five Guys Day, but the first time I've had one of those in forever. So happy. So my day's been pretty good. So yeah, just need to tweet out the stream real quick. Before we get into it, I forgot to tweet it out. There we go. The stream is tweeted out. Okay. No problem, man. Yeah, I put on 3 suggestions on Twitter for the poll, and Kraven's Last Hunt won. The 3 suggestions were, I think it was, let me see, I think it was American Alien, Punisher Black and White, and then Kraven's Last Hunt. I can go back and check the poll. Let's see real quick. What? Yeah. It's Punisher Black and White at 29%, Superman American Alien at 35%, Kraven's Last Hunt at 36%. So it 1% more than American Alien, barely. Really? What state? I'm in Washington State. What's up, Dalton? Thanks, Xavier. Okay. So, what do you guys have you guys read Kraven's Last Hunt? How many of you guys in chat have read Kraven's Last Hunt? This book right here. How many of you guys have read it? So freaking good. It's been forever since I read it though. Then I read it last night, and it's so good. It's sort of a Kraven's Killing Joke. Besides Juice Contract, or some good Deathstroke comics. Pretty much everything for Deathstroke up until Hunted from Marv Wolfman's run is really good. Then there's some good stuff afterwards, but it falls apart because Deathstroke Hunted had a good idea, but then just went really weird and wasn't very good. That was when Marv Wolfman's run fell apart. So like Full Cycle is really good. World Tour is really good. You're halfway done. Man, you had like, I think I announced on Sunday, so you had like 2 days only. So yeah, that's not much time, but still. Summary. Okay, I'll try to summarize this book. So basically, like I said, this is sort of the Killing Joke for Kraven. Only Spy books I've read: Superior Spider-Man Villain, Spider-Man Blue. Damn, man, you need to read this. Mark Millar's run's really good. So the Spider books I've read besides single issues are obviously this, Kraven's Last Hunt. I've read Mark Millar's run, and I've read most of J. Michael Krasinski's run, which I think are all really good. But I'd suggest if you want to get into Spider-Man, read Mark Millar's run, because it's like it's a nice like little omnibus. It's not like huge or anything, and it's a good like way to get into the character. I think it's not like early on in the career, but I still think it's a good way. So if you want to read Spider-Man, I'd say read Mark Millar's run. It's really good. But yeah, so this book made Kraven my favorite Spider-Man villain, because up until this book, I don't even know if I really had a favorite Spider-Man villain, because I like Spider-Man, but I've never been the hugest fan of Spider-Man to where I would read his comics all the time or anything, because he's sort of like Deadpool in the fact that I mean their type of characters, but I mean the fact that Marvel likes to oversaturate them a lot. Like Deadpool and Spider-Man are the 2 characters that Marvel just throws everywhere all the time, wherever they can, because they're very marketable and people like them, so they're everywhere. So I never really read a whole lot of Spider-Man, because I'm like, he's just freaking everywhere. I like the character, but like there's just too much, and I'm not that much in love with the character where like I have to read it. So I never read a whole lot of Spider-Man. How did Spider-Man survive underground for 2 weeks? I don't know how he survived underground for 2 weeks. He just did. He was just there, buried for 2 weeks. We don't know. He's got chips, Parker volume of Comicsology. I heard his chips run on Spider-Man's getting better, but it wasn't very good in the beginning. Mark Millar book, but I haven't gotten to read it yet. Sadly, will soon. It's really good. I've got his whole collection back there. It's really good. It's pretty short, but it's a really good run. For Wolverine over Spider-Man, same man. But yeah, so because I know like everyone loves Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man also, but I never really just got super into the character where I really need to read all his comics. I just never did. So Kraven's Last Hunt is by far my favorite Spider-Man book, but it's much in the way of how Killing Joke is more of a Joker book than a Batman book. This is more of a Kraven book than a Spider-Man book, and it's great. This is written by let's see. The writer is J.M. DeMatteis, assuming I pronounced that right, and penciler is Mike Zeck. Why can't they all have easy names like Mike Zeck? Like, there's no way you're gonna mispronounce Mike Zeck, unless I did. But yeah. So I love the art in this book, the writing. I love the dialogue that Kraven, like the dialogue in his head, because a big theme of this book is there's like three main characters. There's Kraven, there's Peter himself, and then there's Vermin, who's this villain before that apparently Spider-Man and Captain America fought. That I never read that issue whenever that happened, but apparently Vermin almost beat Spider-Man and Captain America. It took both of them together to beat Vermin. And so he's a big part of this book. But basically, you have Spider-Man, who represents man, and you have Kraven, who represents beast, and then you have Vermin, who represents like the combination of the two, like the perfect combination of man and beast, and like how that goes together. And you see that and so that was a big dynamic in the book, because what happens is Peter is at his, like, he's really in a weird place in his head, because he's kind of messed up at this point in the book, which I felt like didn't need to be. Like, they had Peter be, like, sort of have the flu or something during this book, something like that. So he's a little out of it when Kraven beats him, but Kraven still beats him, which is pretty impressive, because Kraven realizes that Spider-Man's the only person that's been able to get away from him, like, the only prey that he's gone after that he hasn't been able to take down. He's just been beaten time and time again by Peter, and he's like, okay, enough of this. I'm getting done with this. I don't want to be a failure like my parents, because he talks about how his parents were like kicked out of Russia and his mom was called crazy and his dad was a failure, and he doesn't want to be like them. And yeah, Captain America almost got beat by a rat. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. So he doesn't want to be like them, and he realizes that his one big failure is Spider-Man. So he devises a plan to take care of Spider-Man. But obviously, being Spider-Man once isn't big enough for all the times that Spider-Man has kicked Kraven's ass through the years, so he needs to do more than that. He goes and he takes down Spider-Man with an elaborate plan where basically Spider-Man is just swinging through the city, and then Kraven is able to, like, he fights him, he hits him with a dart that, like, poisons him a bit, and then he kills him, but he doesn't actually kill him. What it does is it just puts him in the ground for, like, 2 weeks. He's knocked out for 2 weeks. And through that, Kraven becomes Spider-Man. He's like, not only did I need to beat him in combat, I also need to prove that I'm a better Spider-Man than him. So he goes, he's fighting a bunch of people, he's being Spider-Man. Actually, there's one part that's hilarious in this, where Mary Jane is out and about, then these two guys, like, have her in an alley, are gonna rape her or something. Kraven comes and just beats the ever-loving crap of the guys that are gonna rape Mary Jane. And she knows it's not Peter, but she's, like, confused, and she's like, stop that! Stop hurting them! So, like, she gets mad at Kraven for being too rough with her rapists. It was like, what? These guys were about to rape you and you're mad about how rough this guy's being with them? What is your... I don't know about you guys, but every iteration of Mary Jane I've always hated. I just hate Mary Jane. I just have never liked Mary Jane. I like Gwen. I've never liked Mary Jane. Just, she's always been annoying. Everything I read, everything in, like, media, besides Spectacular Spider-Man, she was fine. But I hated her in the Raimi movies. I hated her in the comics that I read, like J. Michael Krasinski's run. She's always just so annoying. I hate Mary Jane. And then this, she's like, oh no, don't be so rough with my rapist. No, don't do that. I was like, what? These guys were about to rape you and you're worried about how hard he's punching them? What is your problem? What's up, Orsis? But yeah, that was just, it was so bad. I hate Mary Jane so much. I wish she would die. I wish she would have died in this book. I know a lot of people love their relationship, but I always see it as Peter, like, being with the wrong person. Like, man, if only Gwen didn't die, because Mary Jane is so damn annoying, and, like, it seems like she doesn't even like Peter that much a lot of the time. And it's just, I don't like Mary Jane. But anyways, so that's Kraven's going around being Spider-Man. He's being really rough. Everyone, like, realizes it's not Spider-Man pretty much, where they think Spider-Man's gone crazy because he's, like, killing people. But then he gets to Vermin, because he realizes Vermin's, like, the one sort of failure that Peter has, well, that Spider-Man has, because he realizes that, hey, Spider-Man has beaten, like, all of his rogues gallery multiple times. Who's the one person he sort of had a failure with? And that was Vermin, because without Captain America, he would have gotten his ass beat by Vermin. So he's like, okay, I'll just beat Vermin by myself. And Kraven dismantles Vermin, just absolutely destroys him and captures him even. And that's when he's like, yeah, I'm a better Spider-Man than Spider-Man ever was. I have become the Spider. I am better than the Spider. And he even shows Peter, like when Peter wakes up after like the 2 weeks of being underground, and he's just like, hey, I was way better than you. And Peter just goes crazy because he sees everything that's going on. He's trying to like realize, like, I was dead for 2 weeks and now I'm back, and everyone thought I was dead. Now everyone thinks that Spider-Man's crazy murderer. What is going on? Does Kraven make his own web shooters in the story? We don't see it. He does swing around, but there is a part in the book where he's above a window and it looks like a rope. I'm trying to see if I can find that part, but there is one part where we easily see that's like a rope that's tied. But it's a single like page. It's right here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can see that's a rope that he's got right there. That's Kraven, the Spidey suit. Kraven's freaking jacked out of his mind in this book too. Like, he's way bigger than Peter. Dude goes nuts in this book. But there's one like panel that I love where we see that after like Peter's dead, we see Kraven put on the Spidey suit and he's just like holding the mask and he's in the suit, and then he just starts this big grin on his face. It was amazing. Yeah, Peter did get his ass kicked in the story. I'm gonna play more Batman. I might do some Arkham streams later on. We'll see. But yeah. So yeah, later on in the story, Peter faces Vermin again because he's like, okay, I want to see if Peter could take down Vermin. Peter ends up getting his ass kicked by Vermin because he didn't have Captain America this time. Vermin just destroys him. And then Kraven's finally like satisfied. He's like, okay, I realized that I beat Spider-Man. Not only did I do that, I was a better Spidey than Spider-Man ever was. And I proved it again by the fact that he couldn't beat beat Vermin without Captain America. So then he lets Spider-Man go because Vermin runs off after beating Spider-Man, almost killing him. Like, Kraven saves Spider-Man from Vermin. Vermin was about to kill him, and so Vermin leaves, and then Spider-Man's like, "You just let that murderer go. He's gonna kill more people because Vermin's a cannibal." And Kraven's like, okay, just go chase after him. He's like, what about you? And he's like, take my word, I won't hunt anyone. I'm not going to do anything. And so Spider-Man goes and hunts down Vermin. Kraven kills himself because he's finally accomplished everything. There's nothing more he needs to do. He's done. He's like accomplished everything. There's no meaning to his life anymore. Like, Kraven just finally realized that's why it's called Last Hunt. Because he's just done. He did everything he needed to do. He proved that he is superior to Spider-Man every way. So he kills himself. And then Spider-Man goes after Vermin and ends up getting his ass kicked again. There you go, this part. Like, they fight, they each get their hits in. Vermin does end up, like, beating the crap out of Spider-Man again, though. And then Vermin runs off again. But he ends up getting distracted by all the lights and everything and captured by police. Then we see that Kraven is dead. Gotta accomplish everything. Feels like Superior Spider-Man sort of ripped off Kraven's Destiny. I haven't read any Superior Spider-Man, so I don't know who'd win, Deathstroke or Kraven. Deathstroke. But that'd be an interesting fight to see how it goes. I really liked how it shows, like, when Kraven really commits himself to something, it's hard for anyone to really stand in his way. And this book really made me Kraven my favorite Spidey villain and one of my favorite Marvel villains. You guys should definitely read it if you haven't. Is Punisher good? I'm gonna watch it. Opinion. I like Punisher. It's pretty good. The first season's pretty good. I'm excited for the second season. Mark Millar says DC characters are not cinematic or not good translating a movie. What do you think of his comments? I don't think that's true at all. They actually asked that question to when I was at Emerald City Comic Con. They asked that to Brian Michael Bendis. Brian Michael Bendis was just like, Mark Millar says crazy stuff all the time. We don't really listen to him that much. And comes back 2 years later. Yeah, how I never read the comeback of Kraven, so I don't know how Kraven came back. So if one of you guys read that, how did Kraven come back? What happened? Because I never read when Kraven came back. But yeah, I really enjoyed Kraven's Last Hunt. Reading it again. This is my actual second ever time reading it, because our second or third. I think this is my second. But yeah, I bought it a while ago, read it, loved it. I actually like it better than Killing Joke. I think they're both great books. This is definitely much longer than Killing Joke. This is a 6-part story. Killing Joke is like much shorter. They're both really good, but I like how this delves into the character of Kraven and really like shows you what his goals are in that sort of that dynamic between Vermin, Kraven, and Spider-Man. Which villain do you want in a Spider-Man sequel? Obviously Kraven. He's a character we haven't seen on the big screen yet, and I think he'd be awesome. He was brought back by his wife. How does wife bring him back? Like, what exactly happened? That's the thing though. She like wasn't even in this book at all. Like, she wasn't even like mentioned or anything. This Kraven got revived a son, which is blood ritual, and begins abusing his children. What the what? A little weird. And this was cool when Spider-Man wakes back up, because Spider-Man gets like his ass beat by Kraven and gets basically killed, but he comes back 2 weeks later. And he comes back 2 weeks later, and Spider-Man's like, "Why didn't you kill me?" He's like, "You didn't kill me. You know, you just knocked me out." And then Kraven was like, "Yeah, but I could have if I wished it." He's like, "It's better for you to have known that I could have fully killed you." And I was like, yes, that's so cool the way he does that. And he's like so chill when Spider-Man comes back, because he's just that calm, peaceful. Because Spidey's like ready to fight him. He's like punching Kraven and stuff, and Kraven's just like, "Nah, I already completed everything I wanted to complete. I'm good, man." And Spider-Man's just like, what is going on? He like messes with Spider-Man's head so much. I'm still in this book. Definitely pick it up in the future. You need to, dude. It's so good. Kraven should stay dead. I agree. Jason Momoa should play Kraven. Maybe. He could maybe do a good Kraven. But Kraven's supposed to be like a Russian dude. Did you feel Mark Hamill as Doc Ock? I think he could be a great Doc Ock. Granted, it's hard to follow up Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, though. Like, that is the picture-perfect Doc Ock. Like, people talk about it's hard to follow up Heath Ledger's Joker. I think it's even harder to follow up Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. Because I think he was a better villain. See you, Dalton. Thanks for stopping by the stream, man. My favorite Marvel character is Wolverine. Did you ever watch Jessica Jones? Do you like David Tennant's Kilgrave? Yeah, I watched Jessica Jones. Didn't care for it. I haven't watched season 2 because I just don't plan to. I didn't care for season 1 that much. And David Tennant's Kilgrave is the best part of the show. I want David Tennant to be Manchester Black in the DCEU. I think that'd be awesome. David Tennant as Manchester Black would be great. I think that'd be so dope. Do you imagine that? Him as Manchester Black messing with Superman? Hey, what's up, Danny? I think that'd be so cool. I would love to see David Tennant as Manchester Black. I think he'd be a great villain for the big screen also, and something different. Beginning of season 2 is boring. Ending is great. Okay. I'm still not going to watch it. What's up, Christopher? How's it going, man? How much going on with me? We just talked about Kraven's Last Hunt. What did you guys think? For those that have read Kraven's Last Hunt, what did you guys think of it? I really love the art in the book, too. That is one place that I think Killing Joke has it beat, though. And I think Brian Boland's art is better, but the art in this book is really good. Especially, like, Kraven's, like, crazy fanatic face. There's one weird part where it looks like he's getting off on top of a friggin' elephant. It's weird, because he's, like, running away from Spider-Man for a second. And he just kind of, like this one right here. Like, what is Kraven doing with that elephant? Like, what the... That's just weird. This is weird looking. That's the only odd part. There's a funny part where he comes up with Spider-Man. He like takes his hand, he puts on Spider-Man's face like that. That was great. Let's see. Made a what if story where Kraven does end up killing Spider-Man, Human Torch, Daredevil, and character. Gonna try to stop him. What story is that? I might read that. I think Punisher's underrated? No, because I think Punisher's got like a lot of popularity. A lot of people like him. I don't think he's underrated. Would you like to watch a Nightwing film? Yes, and I wish they would base it off of the current run by what's his name? Sam Humphries. I love that series that he's doing right now. It's too bad he's only on for one story arc, but it's great. That kind of story in Superman Rebirth. Yeah, I know. It was a good story too. Manchester Black's one of the few villains because he's so new that has like every story he's appeared in has been good. Like what happened? What's so funny about Truth, Justice, and the American Way is obviously like amazing. And then on top of that, he's got Superman Ending Battle, and then he's also got the Rebirth story. He's been in like a lot of good stories. Yeah, same. Kraven's Last Hunt is what made Kraven my favorite spider villain also. Making love to the elephant. That's what it looked like. letting off some tension. Yeah, it looked weird. Most overrated, underrated Marvel characters. But I definitely think Kraven's underrated because even though this story, everyone that's a big comics fan like loves this story, it still like didn't launch him even close to the popularity of someone like the Joker or Green Goblin or anything like that. Like he still, I think Kraven's definitely underrated. Overrated. I honestly never got into Captain Marvel. I just honestly never cared for a character. Like every time I read her in team books and stuff, I was like, why should I care about this character? I wouldn't say that she's the most overrated, but I just never really cared for her. You make top 5 or top 10 author artist combo like Mark Wolfman and George Perez. Maybe I could list off some here. Like I love Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness together. Those two were like a big part of my childhood. Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness. Let's see who are some other really good ones. It was sad that like Geoff Johns and Jim Lee didn't do very good together in Justice League. I mean, obviously Jim Lee was great, but Geoff Johns' Justice League wasn't that good, which is one of the few times Geoff Johns hasn't been that too good. I feel sorry for Jim Lee because I feel like every time he gets to the writer, that writer does the most subpar job they can. Like when he was with Frank Miller in All-Star Batman Robin, or when he's with Brian Azzarello and Superman for Tomorrow, like Jim Lee is top of his game, but the writing is so. I feel so sorry for Jim Lee in that way, but it's paid off. He's like co-publisher of DC, and he's making money. Yeah, I know they're actually doing a Nightwing film. It's by the guy that did the Lego Batman movie. Yeah, that's why I said he's not underrated. I saw Teen Titans Show may have Red Hood. I don't think they need to get into Red Hood yet. Like, wait, establish everything else first, then get into Red Hood. Like, I don't want him right away. Yeah, Kamal Khan's overrated. I agree, Vash. I'd love to see Kraven face other Marvel heroes. Superman Rebirth on start. It's really good. Superman Rebirth is great. Like from what Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason have done with that series is fantastic. And they've got an A-list series of artists on there also, like Doug Mankey that's done some great stuff. Apparently Shazam Run is bad by IK. I haven't read it, but also it was like the last 3 pages of like every Justice League issue is what they did for Shazam, which is kind of lame. They're just throwing a tiny little Shazam story and then they like collected it in a trade. So I was like, that's pretty stupid. So boring. Darkseid War was okay though. I agree there. Darkseid War was the greatest part of his Justice League run. Besides that, the rest of his Justice League run was just whatever, but Darkseid War was actually really good. Who do you prefer, Darth Vader or Doctor Doom? Darth Vader, duh. Superman Unchained. Oh yeah, another one where Scott Snyder, a great writer, did so subpar. Superman Unchained was so like issue I think it was 5 or something where the big fight happened was cool, but that was it. The rest of the series just had some cool moments with Lex, but nothing that great. Yeah, agreed. All-Star Batman Robin is fantastic in all the wrong ways. Do you like the black suit for Spider-Man? Yeah, I like it. I think it's good. Like, obviously not always, but it shouldn't be the main suit, but I like having, like, little different suits every now and again. Oh, God, that Frank Miller Superman miniseries is going to be so bad. At least it's out of canon. At least we got that Black Label. And Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, they did Long Hunt. Yeah, because I'm not the biggest fan of Tim Sale. Like, I love Jeff Loeb, but Tim Sale's art is so... I'm not the biggest fan of Tim Sale. He does some okay stuff, but, like, just, I'm not, like, that's definitely someone I'm not the biggest fan. Him and guys like Jay Lee are, like, the 2 artists that a lot of people love that I just don't really care for that much. What do you want for the next Superman movie, and what director do you want? Well... What story would I want? I'd love for them to maybe do something off like John Byrne's run from Man of Steel. I think that could be cool. Or if they could continue with doing Earth 1 stuff like they did with Man of Steel, that could be good. And director, I don't know. I don't know what director I don't want. Like everyone's saying Matthew Vaughn, I'd be fine with that. But his interview of talking about his plans for Superman, I read some of it, like the first thing. I didn't watch any interview. Okay. Do you think the Spawn reboot will ever get made? I mean, what's his name? Todd McFarlane seems very set on getting it made, but I don't know. Best live action Spider-Man and Peter, both are Tom Holland for me. Probably Tom Holland, yeah. Like, I love what Tobey Maguire did, but I'd say probably Tom Holland, yeah. John Ramirez teaming up. Rip. There's Superman blows up Gotham. Enough hate for Batman. I wouldn't doubt it. Miles Morales is no longer Spider-Man. Your thoughts? What'd they do with him? What happened with Miles Morales? I never read any of Miles Morales. Well, I mean, besides when he appeared in other books, I never read any of his actual book. What do you think of Crazy Frank's Daredevil run? I love Frank Miller's Daredevil. Like, that is some of the best stuff. What he did with Daredevil was fantastic. A lot of it. Like, that was top of his game. Like, that and, like, year one Batman are, like, Frank Miller's best stuff. Every comic meme account on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I hate those. Like 99% of those comic meme accounts that appear on Instagram are so bad. Oh my gosh, they're so awful. I think the worst one is, I think it's called like blurred memes or something like that. It's so awful. It's so bad. It's so depressing to see how they have like hundreds of thousands of likes and stuff. And it's like, who likes this stuff? It's so bad. Frank had some good Daredevil stuff before. He did. He had some amazing Daredevil stuff. I really wish Jeff Loeb would make a return. I know he's like the head of Marvel Comics, like TV division or whatever, but I wish he'd make a return to comics. I can't remember if he stopped when his son died or not. I think that's why he stopped. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, he was a great writer. Yeah, the Superman movie that was canceled. Yeah, it was called. Wasn't it called like Superman Up and Away or something like that? You think Infinity War will top Black Panther? I mean, probably, especially if they market well with Black Panther and stuff in it. I think Infinity War will top Black Panther. Yeah, I've read Welcome Back, Frank. It's on that bookshelf back there. Are you still reading Thanos? Not right now, no. I'm gonna pick it up in volumes. Yeah, they do get the facts wrong all the time. Change my name to Spidey. That's retarded. Yeah. What's up, Dalton? Glad you're back, man. Yeah, true. That's what I'm saying. Like, they need to get someone else. Like, Jeff Loeb is a great writer, but him being like the head of Marvel's TV division or whatever isn't working so hot right now. Superman Flyby, that might have been it. Looks like it's supposed to be a Kryptonian sleeper agent. Oh my god, so stupid. Thank God J.J. Abrams didn't get to do it. J.J. Abrams. Think about Infinity War? I hope it's good. It looks amazing. Are you gonna buy the Mace Windu trade paperback? Count on Amazon today. My problem with it, like, I read the first issue. It wasn't bad. It was just I'm not a fan of the art. Like, I don't like the art in the book. That's my problem with the Mace Windu thing, because I read the first issue because I like Mace Windu, and I was like, okay, I'm interested to see more about him. But the art, if I can get past the art, I might. It's just, Any DC Vertigo books you like? As far as Vertigo books go, Sweet Tooth is amazing. Definitely need to read Sweet Tooth if you haven't. I haven't seen anything of Superman vs. Goku in forever. Like, that's like a 2012 thing. Well, they'll crack jokes in Infinity War, but I think it'll be better, like, suited. I don't think it'll be constantly. I don't think it'll be like Black Panther's sister, who's the most annoying thing on planet Earth. Oh man, that's insane. If that stuff's true about J.J. Abrams. Superman. Yeah, I heard Thanos by Donny Cates is pretty good, but I haven't read it yet. What happened to Batman TTS? TTS? What's TTS? I don't know. Yeah. Like a hip hop name. Maybe that's what they're going for. I think Bendis definitely has a high possibility of ruining Superman. Especially, I think it's stupid to give him control of both books. That's what I think is retarded. Give him control of one of them, that's fine. But give him control of both is so stupid because then no one has any outlet to go to. Like, not only that, but they canceled Super Sons. So again, if someone wants something different, they can't. It's being moved over to like their like kids' book print or whatever. Ragnarok was probably one of the most overrated Marvel movies. It was playing the jokes full flat. What do you think of it? I can't remember if you did a review. I didn't do a review, but I thought it was. I think it's the same as like I said about Black Panther. It's good, but nothing special. Like I'm probably never gonna rewatch Ragnarok because there's nothing special about it. It was just. It's like okay, it was worth the price of admission. I'm glad I saw it. It was fun, but I have no desire to ever watch that movie again. Like there wasn't anything that great about it. You love Shuri. I can't stand Shuri. That's his sister, right? I think that's her name. She's so annoying. What are those? Oh, it's cold out here. I don't want to be here. I was like, please just someone kill her. I wish the gorilla man would have like thrown her off the waterfall, except she would have actually died. I hated that girl. She's so annoying. And I love how everyone with a ranged weapon in that movie likes to close the distance. Like, she has a ranged weapon on Killmonger, and she's like, I'm gonna get closer to... Oh, no, he grabbed my gauntlets! Oh, no! It's like, you utter retard. You make all this stuff, you're supposed to be so smart. You have a ranged weapon, and you decide to get close to the guy that's been throwing bald chicks like they're baseballs. Like, what is... Just, I hated Shuri so much. Your thoughts on Rebirth Superman? I love Rebirth Superman. I think it's been going great. I'm excited for Action Comics 1000. I can't wait to see how that goes. Especially with the trunks are back. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, he did do a video. Online Comics did do a video on Flyby. It's real that Hulk is afraid of Thanos. What do you think of this? I mean, it makes sense, kind of, but at the same time, I kind of think Hulk's one of those dudes that's not really afraid of anyone. I love that description, by the way, for the new Hulk series. That description is so great. That shit is terrible. Nobody. I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray, even though I didn't like it, because I just gotta own all of them, you know? Yeah, it makes me mad that Super Sons is getting canceled also. Deathstroke vs Black Panther. Deathstroke would win. Wouldn't be easy, but Deathstroke would win. You went to 2 comic shops, tried to buy Hush, but both were out. Dang, sucks. Yeah, if you don't own Hush, get like the deluxe edition. That deluxe edition looked badass. If I didn't own it already, I would get the deluxe edition because it looks so sick. Ivan Reese is taking over Century. What do you think? What do you mean taking over Century? Because the new Century book for Marvel is having Jeff Lemire and what's his name? I can't remember the name of the artist. What happened to the Batman Telltale game Let's Play? The game's awful. I only play it when like I'm really, really bored. It was just used for comic relief and really bad comic relief at that. The MCU's Williams, yep. Heard Kraven's last night. Yeah, dude. Kind of talking about what's it called? Others just random chat stuff now. So I don't think a whole lot of people read Kraven's last time. So, yeah, I'm glad the trunks are back also. But yeah, I know we talked about for like the first like 20 minutes of the stream was mainly Kraven's Last Hunt. Now I'm just going off chat pretty much. We can still talk about Kraven's Last Hunt if anyone read it. It's not a whole lot of people, but I think like 2 people in the chat read it. I'm still way behind on chat, by the way. I think DC could turn into SJW Marvel. I think they could, but I don't think they will. Anything could happen. Killmonger and Oyaki, the other characters in Black Panther. Killmonger is the best character in that movie. I loved Killmonger in the movie. Can't kill any heroes, but villains can rise and die within the span of 2 hours. That's pretty much how it goes. Well, or even heroes also. Well, I mean, they can come back. I think the Superman game would come out. I think maybe in like the next 10 years we might get a Superman game. Because obviously Rocksteady's working on something. They're not just sitting there doing nothing. Gonna get under his lash. Should I come? Nice. Look on Tom Holland's spider suit looks like a beetle. It kind of does. I agree with you there. Immortal Hulk Hogan. Yes. I love that new book. You think a Superman game would... Oh, wait, I already read that. Rip Super Sons. Yep. Brian Hitch is the artist for what? What's he the artist of? I'm sorry, I'm really far behind on chat. I'm like trying to catch up, and so I'm a little off on things. Let's see. Are Charles Soule and Jeff Lemire teaming up on something? Not that I know of. You watched Kill Bill yet? Yeah, I actually watched over the past 2 days. I watched both Kill Bills. I liked them. I felt like they had more fat than any other Tarantino films, though. I felt like there was a lot of stuff that could have been like cut short or cut off from the movie. Like there are things that were like dragged out for no reason, in my opinion. Also, the ending of the second one was like really anticlimactic and not in the best way. But I liked it. It's good. They're good movies. Super Son's becoming a graphic novel. Yeah, I saw that it's moving to like their sort of like their kids line of books or whatever. I got tagged in a random discussion on Twitter that I got like 100 notifications on. I had no clue where it happened because like no one like added me or anything or something, but like I was suddenly in the conversation. I had no clue what was going on. But because of that, I know that Super Son's changed the labels. You think the bringing Young Justice to replace Super Sons? I don't think so. Killmonger best MCU who isn't white, bald, or on Netflix. Pretty much. Educate yourself on good spy stories. Everyone get your butt to comics on and see if it's part of the sale. Everything Marvel's not like $1. Yeah, I saw they're having really cheap stuff. I've got, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I've got Kraven's Last Hunt, I've got Mark Millar's run, and I've got most of J. Michael Krasinski's run. And that's pretty much it for as far as the trade to Spider-Man go. Then I got like random single issues. But it's hard to get, like, it's hard now that I have a comic shop near me to get me to buy digital issues. Because it's like, I could be spending this money at my comic shop. Especially, like, maybe if I had an iPad or something, I'd do it. Because, like, reading it on my computer isn't very fun. And heck no, I'm not reading it on my phone. So maybe if I had, like, a tablet or something, I could see that being better. So I saw, like, George Perez tweeting about that the other day, where he's like, I love reading comics on my tablet. I'm like, I could see that being better for digital. That'd be, like, if I was only digital, I would definitely invest in a tablet. Like, if you're only reading digital, because at least it simulates reading a comic a bit more than, like, on your computer or on your phone. Yeah, I agree. I love the Spidey suit in Civil War. What fiction is still your favorite Tarantino film? My favorite Tarantino film is Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs is the best. It is so good. I love that movie. Pulp Fiction or Inglourious Basterds is my second favorite Tarantino film. It's hard to say. But Reservoir Dogs is definitely my favorite. Yeah, I heard Dan Slott's run's not very good. I never read any of it. I heard it's not that great. That's completely wrecking the Green Lantern Corps. Green Lantern Corps is a book I'm going to pick up and trade. Like, it's not something I'm going to read single issues of. It's something I'm probably going to pick up and trade. Well, it's the Russians bots. Agreed, a live action Darkseid could be cool. Have you ever read the DMZ or 100 Bullets? What's DMZ? I know what 100 Bullets is. I don't know what DMZ is. I've not read either, though. Inglourious Basterds, Tarantino's best film. You used to hate Inglourious Basterds. I remember you tweeting about it being overrated. What happened, Danny? But I love Inglourious Basterds. I love the part where they're there trying to pretend to be Italian, and freaking Brad Pitt is the most American dude on the planet. He's just like, grazie. That part's so great. That'd be a cool plot line for when I was running Raid Wakanda and use the white tiger suit. That could be interesting. I think everyone would love the Super Sons comic. I'm gonna pick them up and trade. Marvel doesn't give creators jack for digital sales. They only get anything for physical. So if you want to support Marvel creators, you gotta do physical. Man, that's messed up. I didn't know that. So I know Ethan Van Skyers tweeted about. I think it was him who tweeted about her. That he's like, yeah, if you read digital, it's fine. If you read digital, physical, trade single issues, it all helps me. I remember seeing him like tweet something about that. So DC's not like that as far as I know, but Marvel being like that's stupid. Mention of Kraven's Last Hunt. They made Petey and MJ as boyfriend and girlfriend rather than husband and wife. For some reason, that really irks me. I understand where you're coming from with that, because it always irks me with the fact that both in the Death of Superman movie, like the well, it was called Superman Doomsday, the animated movie, and in Batman v Superman, Lois and Clark are not married in either of them. It's so stupid. Like, you feel no connection because of that. It's so stupid. So yeah, I know what you're coming from with that. MCU villains rating: Kingpin, Calvin Zabo, Killmonger, Hive, Loki, everyone else. For MCU villains, I'd probably go obviously Kingpin #1. Then I don't know if I like Killmonger or Billy better from Punisher. I don't know which one I like better. Those two are both really good. They're kind of tied at 2 and 3, and then 4 would definitely be Loki, and then probably Killmonger. Killmonger, if he had more screen time, definitely would have been better. I don't know if I like Killmonger or Loki better, honestly. And then like it's pretty much everyone else. X-Men God Loves Man Kills. Yep, I have that on my bookshelf back there. I was gonna get Chris Claremont to sign it at Emerald City Comic Con, but it sucks because he was on a long line. I waited for like 30 minutes in line for him. By the time I got up there, they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, he only does cash," and it was $5 per autograph, and I had like $6. So I was like, "Damn, I can only get him to sign one thing." So I got him to sign my Wolverine book by him and Frank Miller. I wanted to get him to sign that though. I wanted to get him to sign a lot of stuff. Yeah, you need to see Reservoir Dogs, dude. It's amazing. It's the best Tarantino film. Thanks, Jam Geek 16. Read comics on my phone, such as school. My crazy drunk engineer teacher yells at us, put our phones up. I just get a textbook, put my phone in, and continue reading. It's like a good way to do it. I've read comics on my phone. It's just like if you have to, I can do it. Like if I have to, but I prefer not to, you know. Yeah, it's stupid when they just like I don't know why they feel the need to do that with like Clark and Lois and media, and apparently with Peter and MJ, where they're just like, yeah, they don't need to be married. It's like it takes an element away. I don't get it. So Kingpin, Kilgrave are my 2 favorite MCU villains. Kilgrave could have been so much better. It's so stupid with the fact that his one power she's immune to. It's like if your power, I've used this analogy a million times before, I'm gonna say it again. Like, what if your power is the fact that you can punch people in the face real good, but they're invulnerable to punches in the face? What is even the point? Why is that the main villain? It's like, well, that gets rid of all tension. You rewatching All Your Problems Went Away? That's interesting. DC New Age of Heroes. I read what's the name of the dude? The guy the one with Kenneth Rocaford. I read it purely because of Kenneth Rocaford. That one, I can't remember the name of it. It was a good first issue. I'm excited for the rest. And I'm going to read the Jeff Lemire book also. I haven't read it yet. Probably like after I pay my taxes, I'll end up picking more comics because I owe so much. More comic shop vlogs? Maybe. It's just hard to differentiate like a comic shop vlog. That's the thing. It's hard to change things up, you know? Ethan works for DC. Check out Spike Valentine, who works heavily with Marvel. Okay. Yeah, I know Ethan works for DC. That's what I was saying. So I was saying that DC has a different thing than Marvel, apparently. I hate that the chat does this. Like, sometimes they'll let me scroll, and other times they'll scroll directly to the bottom. Should do another live stream with Ethan Van Sciver. I'd love to. I'm down to. If he's down, I'm down. I'd love to. That'd be fun. I had so much fun with the first one. Be down to do again. You don't like A New Hope? What's your problem, Xavier? Super Sons be as epic kid cartoon. They could say it takes place in JLA animated universe. I think yeah, Super Sons TV show could work really well. Be really good for all ages instead of like Teen Titans Go, where it's like we're aiming at 6-year-olds. Like Super Sons could be for everyone. Yeah, Billy Russo was great. I loved him in Punisher. See, Kingpin, Jigsaw, Killmonger, Loki, everybody else. Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much how mine goes. Would come back to renew your vows. Marvel wants to be Punch Prince and let him do what he wants on the book. That sucks. Yes, I've seen Hateful Eight. I saw it on the I saw like the Roadshow version, so it was like the 75mm. It had the intermission and everything. That was actually really fun. Me, my brother, and my dad went to see that. It was like an event. It was really cool. It was cool because like halfway through the movie, there's an intermission. So for like 10-15 minutes, you got to talk about what was happening and what you thought, like with everyone sitting with you. And so that was really cool. The only annoying thing about that was there was there was this giant fat lady in the theater that every time anything happened, she would die laughing, and you could hear her throughout the entire theater, like, bellowing, just laughing so loud it was annoying. Not like, you know, just a normal laugh, like, oh, everyone's laughing, just like the part where Kurt Russell's character starts like throwing up blood and stuff, she started dying laughing. It's like, this isn't supposed to be a funny part. What is your problem, lady? And like, she's so annoying. Besides that, I love seeing Hateful Eight. Yeah, like Wolverine's my favorite Marvel character. Agreed. I like my comics physical also. Do you think Superman should be kind of like Dragon Ball Z? Never watched Dragon Ball Z. Well, I've watched like a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, but like never got into it. Yeah, Kilgrave never did anything to Jessica Jones in the present day. That's what made him like a boring villain. But David Tennant did everything in his power to make that character interesting. I love David Tennant. Norman Osborn is assembling his Dark Avengers again. Is that happening again? Yeah, I saw Ready Player One got great reviews. I'm excited for that. I'm hoping that's good. I know Ian's really excited for that. Which villain do you want to appear in film? Kraven, man. I want Kraven. I'd love to see Kraven appear on film. What's the worst couple you have ever seen? Superman and Wonder Woman are pretty awful. I hate when they do that. I hate that relationship so much. Where's that your gun? That's on Mark Waid's Captain America run. From what I've read of it, like, it's 50-50. There's some stuff where it's good, but when Mark Waid cannot focus on politics, he's good. But he has like this inkling, like something whispering in his brain, like, you have to get political all the time. And he gets so upset, like he's doing some like post-apocalyptic, like Trump's America thing right now, and it's so stupid. But like the first issue back was good. Had to get your comics digital. That sucks. But yeah, I used to be there because my comic shop was 45 minutes away, so I was only able to go every now and again. But now, since it's walking distance, I love it. Did you hear Teen Titans Go? The movie is going to have Nick Cage voice Superman. That's kind of cool. Like, because Nick Cage loves Superman, and he wants to play, and he was going to play on that one movie, so I'm fine with Nick Cage voicing him. That's kind of cool. Would you read an Outsiders series? I've read some of the Outsiders before when like Nightwing was in it. But Maul versus Vader, Maul wouldn't stand a chance. Is your least favorite Tarantino film? So much of not knowing anything. Hard to rewatch. Yeah, I agree. It'd be probably hard to rewatch. I haven't watched it since I watched it in theaters. No, I've not seen Shape of Water. Like, there's a lot of Oscar movies didn't interest me. There's 2 Oscar movies that I haven't seen that I really want to see though, and that's Get Out and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Those are the 2 movies that I haven't seen that were at the Oscars that I really want to see. The others, like, I couldn't really care less about Fish, Sex, and Call Me by Your Name. Like, those 2, I'm just they just don't interest me that much. I know everyone says like they're great, but I just don't really care. Don't read the new Spider-Man arc. I haven't read like a Spider-Man book in forever. Do you think the Black Widow movie will rip off Green Arrow, Black Canary with Hawkeye and Black Widow? I don't think so, but we'll see. I'm hoping the movie's good and interesting. The Mark Waid has a political devil on his shoulder. Pretty much. That is what it is. Exactly like Krunk from Emperor's New Groove. He's got like an angel and a devil. Like, he's got an angel that shows up and is like, hey man, just write good fun stories, you're a talented writer. And then he's got like a devil appearing on his shoulder like, no. You should politicize everything and just go full SJW crazy and have some agenda about everything. So stupid. Oscar movies are weird. Agreed. Dark Knight's Metal. Dark Knight's Metal is something where once it ends, if I hear great stuff about it, I'll read it and trade. But right now, there's way too much going on with that. Like, I can't keep track. I read like the first couple issues, and then I'm like, I can't do it. And of course, I read Dawnbreaker because that was really cool. Shape of Water and Lady Bird are amazing. I wasn't interested in them at all, but they're amazing. Yeah, I'm not interested in Lady Bird either. Those are movies that just Get Out is good, not great, but Three Billboards is amazing. Okay, that's good to know because those are the 2 movies I'm interested in. The other Oscar movies like I didn't really care for. Here we go. Watch Phantom Thread. It's a masterpiece. That's another movie I didn't really care about either. Look kind of boring. Mark Waid needs a vacation. Yes, he does. He needs to just like relax. He seems too tensed up and like weird about things. Like after that Ethan Van Sciver interview, where it seems like things went good, he was ranting on Twitter like, "Never do YouTube interviews, blah blah." And I was like, "What is going on with this guy? Why?" Like it seemed like they had a fun time, and he went insane. It was weird. How come Wade still gets to try at the big two, but Chuck Dixon can't? Because Chuck Dixon is conservative, so people don't like it. Although he got to do Venom, what's it called? His Bane series, Bane Conquest. Maybe camping for a week would help him. I don't know. Hopefully I haven't watched it yet. Well, on Friday, okay. Something about Superman you wish they would add? I wish they'd add. Well, I'm glad the trunks are coming back. Something I wish they'd add about Superman. I can't really think of anything right now at the moment that I wish they'd add. I'm sure once Bendis takes them over, I could probably have a lot of things I'd wish they'd add back, but right now I can't really think of anything that I really wish they'd add. Comics you're looking forward to coming out tomorrow? In a minute, I'll check and see what comics are coming out tomorrow, because I haven't checked. Oh my gosh, Christopher, damn. Have you read the Black Lightning books? Nope. You stream the first Battlefront again? I don't think anyone plays it on PC. Wait, what your boy Zach said, down slot needs to become a truck driver. That might help. So if they're ending Titans, Teen Titans, and Super Sons, do you think they're going to combine them? Are they really ending all those books? I knew Super Sons was ending. I didn't know Teen Titans and Titans were. I thought Titans was like going to continue going. Because I have the first trade for Titans. I really enjoyed it. Also, it's one of the few times I get my Brett Booth fix. Because Brett Booth is an amazing artist I don't get enough of. But he was in like the newest Action Comic storyline. And I love seeing it. I was like, yes, he's drawing Superman again. I loved it. Brett Booth is so good, but I don't get to see him that much. So every time I see Brett Booth art again, it's like seeing an old friend. It's like, yes, this is so good. Because I love Brett Booth's art. I don't get him enough. I'm deciding on getting an Old Man Logan book or another Chris Claremont. Which one should I choose? What books are you looking at, like, specifically? Because it all depends. Like, which Old Man Logan book you're looking at and which Chris Claremont book. But generally, you can't go wrong with Chris Claremont. We'll probably come back after notice what they say. Hold on. Let's see. Let me go to... Okay, I'm gonna go to DC and Marvel's website real quick and see what comics are coming out tomorrow. Okay, Action Comics comes out tomorrow. Like I was talking about, Brett Booth's on the cover for Action Comics $9.99. Let's go! Yeah! Let's see, All-Star Batman trades coming out. DC Comics, The Art of Darwin Cook. Man, Darwin Cook was such a great artist. Sucks that he passed away. He drew my favorite Jonah Hex. Darwin Cook's Jonah Hex was like beyond anyone else. Oh, Green Lantern Earth 1 comes out. I'm gonna have to get that. I'm hoping that's good. Let's see. Mr. Miracle comes out, but I'm just gonna get that in trade. That's not a book I'm reading issues. I'm eventually gonna have to read Scooby Apocalypse and see how it is, because I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. Sideways comes out tomorrow. Number 2 comes out tomorrow. I'll pick that up. Let's see. Wait, Godspeed is back in Flash? It could be interesting. There's Titans. Wait, is Roy getting back addicted to drugs again? How many times are they gonna like revisit this storyline of Roy being addicted to drugs? Black Panther doesn't win an Oscar next year. She'll come out of the woodwork and screech racist. I couldn't believe how many people are like, Wonder Woman should be at the Oscars. It's like, no, Wonder Woman does not deserve an Oscar. I'm sorry. Titans and Teen Titans are having a major event coming up. Hopefully it's good. I think this week is Detective Comics Week, Astonishing X-Men. Well, I'm definitely going to be picking up Astonishing X-Men, because that's on my pull list. Again, the Mace Windu trade paperback. If the art was better, I'd definitely pick it up. But right now, I don't know. Yeah, I already pre-ordered Action Comics 1000. Even though Action Comics is on my pull list, I had to pre-order that book. Darwin Cook was a legend. I love his work. Mark Millar's Old Man Logan or Days of Future Past. I personally like Mark Millar's Old Man Logan better than Days of Future Past, but both are really good. You can't really go along with either. Or the first issue of Scooby Pox, I wanted to claw my eyes out. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I never really comment. I lost a bunch. It's like amazing, a bunch of other crap I don't read. That's about the Mara miniseries. I never got too much into Aquaman, but if they got a good creative team on it, you know, they could do something good with that. Black Panther versus Batman, who do you think would win? Probably Black Panther, but that's hard to say. It all depends on the circumstances. Is there any possible plans for another stream soon? Okay, oh, you're asking him. Okay. Sure, if X-Men is coming out tomorrow, I'm about to check. Wonder Woman was overrated. I agree. Let's see. Where the books comes out. Wonder Woman comes out. Brian Hitch has like the plainest looking art. Okay, so Action Comics and Green Lantern, Earth 1 come out tomorrow, and that's like the big book. That's pretty much the big stuff I'm gonna be picking up. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow though. It's called Earth 1. But I love seeing Brett Booth back though. Now let's see about what comics are coming out from Marvel. Show me Marvel. Marvel's website is so retarded. Like, it's so stupid to try to get to the comics, see what they're coming out. Are there only 6 Marvel books coming out tomorrow, or is this thing wrong? There are only 6 books? Wow. Okay, so there's X-Men Blue, Weapon X, True Believers Venom Shiver #1, True Believers Venom Lethal Protector #1, The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #30, and True Believers Venom Carnage #1. If that's it, then there's just nothing I'm picking up from Marvel tomorrow. Like, there's no reason. There's nothing good. Yeah, Show More is showing nothing else. So I guess it's just those 6 books. So I'm picking up absolutely nothing from Marvel tomorrow. Their websites run so much worse than DC's. Like, DC is so much clearer on how to see these are the books coming out this week. Marvel's site is like so much worse. Yeah, I'm reading Doomsday Clock. Yeah, Mr. Miracle does come out tomorrow, but I'm picking that up in trade. I don't read single issues of Mr. Miracle. Oh, yeah, I've seen the art in the Aquaman book. It's amazing. The first 3 Aquaman trades. They had like the first 2 Aquaman trades at Emerald City Comic Con that were like 50% off. I was thinking about getting them, but I ended up getting other books. See you, Michelangelo. Thanks for stopping by the stream, man. I think it's stupid giving Iris super speed, but I trust Joshua Williamson, so we'll see. But I always hate that when they do that, when they're like, now the love interest has to have powers too. I never cared for that whenever they do that in comics. If these two of the MCU had a crossover, who would you like to see interact with? As far as characters that are already established, obviously Superman Cap would be cool to see interact. Who else I like to see interact? I don't know who else, but Superman Cap I'd love to see. Breaking up file #2, okay. Are you reading Doomsday Clock? Yeah, I already answered that. Yeah, Batman White Knight is something I'm going to pick up and trade also. Or later, 13 is coming out tomorrow. He's going to Moncala. Is that really coming out tomorrow? I thought that just came out like a couple weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago. New issue. I don't know. Are you sure it's coming out? I have the new issue. Let's see. Was it 12? Let's see. It came out like 2 weeks ago. Oh, has anyone read Gideon Falls, by the way? Any of you guys read Gideon Falls? Jeff Lemire and Andre Sorrentino's new indie book? Where's Vader? Yeah, this is Vader #12. Okay, yeah. Maybe tired dealing with their comics. Who would have thought? Yeah, because on their site I saw only like 6 books that was saying are coming out tomorrow. I was like, what? Most underrated comic book character? Probably my boy Jonah Hex. I have a look at the new issue of Supergirl. I never got into Supergirl. Do you like the Flash TV show? Like season 1, didn't care for season 2, didn't watch anything after that. Yeah, I doubt Iris will keep her powers for too long. Marvel Society showed 21 comics for you. For me, it showed 6. All it showed was like some Venom stuff. It's so stupid. I'll go back to the site, see if I can find anything. Funny that Luke Cage is still selling issues despite selling around 6,000 copies at max. That's awful. Isn't that getting canceled though? I thought that was part of like CB Cebulski like bringing down the hammer on him. I thought that was part of like Gwenpool, America, and a bunch of other books that got canceled. Gideon Falls. Okay, so it's one issue in, and it's done by one of my favorite creative teams, which is Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. And the first issue isn't anything to write home about. It's nothing amazing, but it is all set up. And I'm excited to see where it goes from here. The art is obviously great because I love Andrea Sorrentino. And it's got me excited for the rest of it, especially because Jeff Lemire is one of my favorite guys in comics. Because whenever you read it, like there's, how many, like 4 pages or something in the end of Jeff Lemire explaining like how long he's had this series. And you can tell Jeff Lemire is just like a guy that loves comics. He seems like someone you could talk to for hours on end about comics because he loves comics. And so I'm excited for the rest of it. It's an interesting setup. It's sort of about like, so you have 2 different storylines going on. There's this one guy that's like in therapy and stuff, and he's got this weird obsession with trash. Like every time he sees like a rusty nail or something, he picks it up, he sorts through trash all the time, and he sees weird connections with them to other things. He doesn't know exactly what it is, but everyone else like thinks he's crazy, and he marks them, like the dates that he got these rusty nails and all this stuff, and he's trying to figure out what the connection is. And the other thing is you've got this this priest that is being relocated to a new place where a priest just died. And so he goes there and he's being introduced to the new place. He's like, okay, you're going to take over the new church, this church, because this guy that was priest for like 40 years just died. And so we need a new priest to replace him. So you're being sent to this small farm town or whatever. And he goes there in the middle of the night. The dead priest just shows up looking scary as can be. I got to find that. Yeah, spoilers for Gideon Falls, but it's only 1 issue in, so it's not like that big of spoilers. But this dude. Like, this dude looks freaking creepy. If I can get the light right on it. Because, man, the lighting sucks. This dude looked creepy. When I turned the page and saw that guy, I was like, holy crap. And then it leads to a scary barn, and that's where the issue ends. And the barn's going to lead into a lot of other stuff. So, decent first issue, nothing special, but it's all set up. So I'm excited for the rest of Gideon Falls. But yeah, I pre-ordered that like months in advance because I love Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. They're the guys that did Old Man Logan and Green Arrow together. I gotta catch up on chat. The Terrifics, yeah, I need to read that. Jeff Lemire, obviously, I gotta read that. But I just don't have money. That's why I haven't picked up the Terrifics. I had more money, I'd pick up the Terrifics. Excited for Tomb Raider, much for my boy Walton Goggins. Basically the same thing. I love Walton Goggins and Alicia Vikander, so that's probably the only reason I'm gonna watch it if it's good. I haven't seen the reviews for it yet. Do you think Reno has any chance to beat the Flash in CW? No, because Reno's not that popular. Even if the show is amazing, still wouldn't beat the Flash. If DC's on a cancel concept, will you bring Batman Robin with Peter J. Tomasi as writer? I wish, but they're probably not gonna do that. Yeah, I think it's stupid. We're getting a Joker origin film also. We definitely don't need it. And it's gonna explain too much. Funny that Josh Brolin has played 3 comic book characters in the span of 7-8 years. Jonah Hex, Thanos, and Cable. Yeah, I'm happy about it. It sucks that Jonah Hex movie was awful. Let's see. What do you think of Damian Wayne being Deathstroke's son? What? Explain. What do you mean being Deathstroke's son? Yeah, I haven't read Jeff Lemire on the Terrifics. Great creative team. I haven't seen the first page of Vader 13. The ending of 12 is interesting. It kills all those officers, though. Bent for Bendis. Batman, or unless Batman actually got cucked. Is that like how the new Batman vs. Deathstroke series is going to start? It's going to show that Damian's like Deathstroke's son, but then not actually. Damian's Deathstroke's son. Wait. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the next story arc, Batman finds DNA test saying Deathstroke is the real file. I think it's a trap. I'm feeling someone just wants Deathstroke and Batman to duke it out. Yeah, I agree. I doubt they'd do that. I'm 99.9% sure. Actually, I'm 100% sure it's gonna turn out that Damian is Bruce's son. But is that like in a Batman story? Or is that the setup for the Batman versus Deathstroke book that's happening? Is that what it is? Because I think that's what it is. I already pre-ordered that book too. And I'm going to do a video soon talking about Christopher Priest's Deathstroke run, because I just finished reading all 3 volumes. Did you read Terrifics? Not yet. I want to, but like I said, I don't have the money. Christopher Priest is on Justice League and Deathstroke. What do you think so far? I'm going to go make a video going more in depth, but basically Christopher Priest is a type of writer that reads much better in trade. I can say that 100%. And also, he's much better with original characters than he is with established characters, because he wants to do 2 new stuff that breaks the mold, that doesn't line up with the character, to where if he was on an original character, I could be like, this guy would be great. But since he's on a character where stuff doesn't make sense, it's like, that's kind of stupid. Why would you do that? I'm interested to see what Priest does with the Batman Deathstroke book, but after reading the 3 trades, because 100% confirmed, reading his style of writing and trade is so much better than reading issue to issue. Issue to issue, I was like, I hate this book. But reading it in trade was much more bearable. It was actually decent. Check out Getting Us All. Thanks for suggestion. No problem, man. See you later, Nerd Wonder. You like Thanos' outfit in Infinity War? No. I like what we saw prior. I hate he doesn't need armor look. That was just... Do you think the idea of a Deathstroke movie could get the hype it would need? I think so, yeah. Assuming the marketing's well. Really want to get his Black Panther run, though. Yeah, I heard his Black Panther run's great. And the thing that's interesting about that, because I always talked about how his Deathstroke book sort of made Deathstroke a side character, but then him and in that one interview, he was talking about how his Black Panther book made Black Panther a side character, how, what's his name? Ross was the main character. So I was like, oh, that's just his writing style. That's what he does. When he takes over a book, he likes to get a different main character than the actual title character. So I'm like, okay, he didn't just do it for Deathstroke. That's just the way Christopher Priest writes. Yeah, we're coming up on over an hour, though, so I'm about to end the stream. What book do you guys want to talk about next week? What book do you guys want to talk about for, like, 20 minutes, like we did at the beginning of this stream? It's funny with these streams. Ross is the guy that, what's his name, played in Black Panther. Freaking the Hobbit man. He does look like the love child of Ron Perlman and Bruce Willis. I'd love to see Bruce Willis in, like, the MCU or something. Bruce Willis is the man. Deathstroke City of Assassins. That could be fun. Okay. Punisher Born, Punisher Black and White. Thanos, Mark Wright's Champions. Superman One More Day. Oh no. I have Spider-Man One More Day. Anything Green Lantern. Talk about Deathstroke Rebirth. Deathstroke Rebirth will definitely do a stream on. But I'm gonna do a video first. I gotta have time to make the video, and then I'll do a stream on it. And then we'll do something on Deathstroke Rebirth. Mr. Agent Man, Martin Freeman's character. Yeah. Force Awakens novelization? No, never. Welcome Back, Frank. Okay, could do Welcome Back, Frank. Maybe. Like I said, Deathstroke 3 Volume 1 by Marv Wolfman. I gotta see what issues that collect. So I have the issues, but I don't know what issues. G.I. Joe 1 by Arby Citizen. No, I'm not doing that. Soundwave, never. I tried reading some Arby Citizen's G.I. Joe. It's so bad. Thanks, Quick Killer. I'm glad you like the stream. This is fun. Like the first 20 minutes talk about Kraven's Last Hunt, and then the next was just going off chat. It was a lot of fun. I'm hoping one of these streams I can get a book that everyone's read, though, because Kraven's Last Hunt, in the beginning I was like, who's read Kraven's Last Hunt? There were like 2 people that were like, read it. That was it. Age of Ultron comic. I don't even have that, and I don't feel like buying it. I read that when I had my Marvel, what's it called, their digital subscription service. When I had that was when I read Age of Ultron. Anything written by Matt Visaggio, please, no. All new Wolverine? No. You guys are just trying to torture me. See Christopher, X-Men. Ugh. You guys just trying to torture me. Marvel Unlimited, yeah, that's it. I had that for like a month. I've had that for a couple months because like once I got it for a birthday present, someone got me a month, and then once like I got a month but for myself because I wanted to read some stuff. Is the next stream going to be on Tuesday too? I don't know. It's whenever I get my schedule I find out. And since I've had the past 2 Tuesdays off, that's why. So we'll see. But okay, just last call, final call. What comics do you want to talk about next week on the stream? Because I'll be putting them on a poll on Twitter, and then you guys will vote on Twitter like we did the last couple streams for what book we talk about. Marvel Now Volume 1, really fast amazing. Okay, we could do Marvel Now Hawkeye. I love that series. It's so good. Hawkeye Life as a Living Weapon. Okay. I'd be down. See, okay, I'm definitely gonna have to put Welcome Back Frank on the poll because I've seen multiple suggestions for that. Superman Secret Origins, that could be fun. Oblivion Song. Fronters Visionaries by Mags. All creators sound the same. It's awful. All characters sound the same. DC Damage. 1 week we'll probably just do a pickup stream. 1 week I want to do a pickup stream where I just, like, when I have a bunch of comics, I'll just show you guys my pickups and I'll talk about them each individually. Sort of like I did for my vlog, except live on stream with you guys. Life has a weapon. I always forget the title. I have all except for one volume back there of Hawkeye, because one of the volumes I bought for like $5 on Comixology, and I still haven't gotten it in trade. I have it on Comixology, but I don't have it physical. I have all the other volumes of Hawkeye's Marvel Now run back there. So, yeah, it's a fun stream, guys. Thanks to everyone who showed up. Again, my Twitter is linked in the description. That is where I'm going to be doing the poll. So if you want to vote on what we talk about next week, definitely make sure to go to my Twitter because I'll be putting up probably within the next like 30 minutes. That's really where I go back through the chat, I read the suggestions, and I make a poll and you guys vote. So make sure to vote on my Twitter. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. And I don't know what day it'll be next week. Stay tuned to my Twitter. That's when I announce what we're going to be talking about on what day, because that's when I get, because I'll probably get my work schedule like Saturday or Sunday, and that's when I'll announce it. And we'll see. It all depends on what time I have off. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.